Hey everyone, it's me, Legendary here, back at it again with another episode. In this episode, we're going to be participating in the Bandit Draft Challenge. Now, as you can see, I have already unlocked the Bandit, so now let's just hop into some battles. Alright, the very first card I chose was the Goblin Barrel, because it was a pretty easy way to get the tower. Second, I had to choose the Bandit. Third, I chose the Log to take his counter to my Goblin Barrel. Finally, I chose the Valkyrie, because of, obviously, she has the 360 splash damage. Alright, so here, we're just saving up elixir, and at 10 elixir he decides to use the princess to snipe, which I counter with my lumberjack, and he counters the lumberjack with the mini peck. Here, I decide to use the Bandit's charge damage to take care of the mini P.E.K.K.A. and the Bandit goes across and gets countered by the archers, although he manages to take out one of them. Here he has a Night Ice Golem push, which I decided to counter with my rocket, but he places down a princess, which I have to spend some extra elixir to counter. So here he plays pretty much a wasted cannon, and he literally just uses fire spirits, so I knew that those were basically all of his counters to the Goblin Barrel. So I threw it, and it got some decent damage on the tower, because he had to use his archers to counter it. And then I placed down my bomber to take care of the archers, and then I tried and place down my baby dragon for a little bit of a counter push, but he counters that very easily with an ice golem and a knight, as well as the princess. So now I have to deal with his knight counter push. I deal with that with my lumberjack. I log the princess, and here I stretched my elixir too thin, and he managed to land a couple P.E.K.K.A. shots on my tower. So very well played by him. And now again the bomber will just neutralize the archers. Now, double elixir time. At this point, I could have just rocket cycled him, but I decided that he didn't really have a really good counter to the Goblin Barrel, so I figured that it'd be nice if I could just Goblin Barrel him instead of making him more risky plays and throwing down the rocket. So here, I throw my Goblin Barrel. Unfortunately, he manages to counter that because I placed it incorrectly with the fire spirits. But still, we're just slowly chipping away at his tower. And here I counter his counter push with a Valkyrie. Again, I log the princess, and I throw another Goblin Barrel, which even though he places the fire spirits, still gets some damage on the tower. And now we are heading into overtime. So here I tried a little Bandit counter push, but he places the knight unluckily at the same time. So there's that push gone. Here he has to defend against my lumberjack baby dragon push, as well as the Goblin Barrel. And unfortunately, he did not have enough elixir to counter that, bringing it down to rocket range, meaning that I got the W. There you go, very good game, and this was, I believe, my 5th win in the challenge. Alright, so in this next battle, I see the balloon, I pick the balloon. Next, I choose the graveyard, because that's another card that you should choose in a challenge, because there's not many counters to it. Next, I choose the baby dragon, because I can splash away the minions. And then I choose the P.E.K.K.A. because that's just a good card to pair up with the balloon, especially in the challenges where there aren't as wide of a range of cards as there would be in the normal match. So at the beginning, I start off with a quick Spirit Goblin Snipe, which he counters with a Valkyrie. I counter that with a Baby Dragon, and let's see, I follow it up with a regular balloon. So here, he's out of counters, so he kind of just throws down his balloon. I Probably shouldn't have arrowed that, but I guess it works out. So here, baby dragon is just slightly chipping away at the lava hound. Here he wastes lightning, and I follow that. I make a counter push with the graveyard as well as the spirit goblins. Now this just completely destroys the tower, giving me a quick 1-0 win just 1 minute into the match. Alright, and I haven't even revealed my P.E.K.K.A yet, so depending on what he does, I believe he puts the bandit down at the bridge. I counter that with my Skarmy, which he thankfully gave me, and again start up another balloon baby dragon push, which I pretty much just take down over half of the damage to his tower. Once again, we're both saving up elixir, and here he plays a lava hound, so I just try and get some extra chip damage with the spear goblins, but obviously he doesn't want that, so he places down a Valkyrie, which I will ignore. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I just ignore the Valkyrie and focus on defending the lava hound push that he has. Now here I place my P.E.K.K.A for the first time, knowing that he's probably going to take this tower, and I'm just going to start focusing on the 2-1 victory. Here again, great lightning takes down the tower, and we've both just kind of shifted focus onto the second tower. So here I place down a graveyard, P.E.K.K.A, balloon, and graveyard. Here I try and predictive arrow. That doesn't work, but the balloon nevertheless gets the tower and the 2-1 win for win number 8. Alright, so there's just 15 seconds left. It actually gets pretty close. I have to put down a defensive graveyard. I accidentally arrowed too early as well, which is a terrible misplay, and I kind of just luck out at the very end. So, good game, 2-1 victory, and we're well on our way to getting our bandit. Alright, so here, this is the final battle for the 12-win challenge. So I picked the Tornado Princess to counter the Witch Barb Hut, because it's just a good overall defensive card. Finally, I picked the Wizard, because by the looks of it, I'm going to need a lot of splash in this battle. So here we're up against K.E.K.C. and so I start off with a Barbarian Hunt. He starts off with an Ice Golem, not an Ice Golem, a Giant Skeleton, and, well, Giant Skeleton's just a very, very annoying card to counter, along with a Bandit. That's just very difficult, and at the beginning, it's not looking so good. The Witch is on the thing, the Bandit took out the Barb Hut, and everything just getting on the tower. The bomb just barely misses, and I barely sneak in the bomb tower to escape dealing massive damage onto my tower. Alright, so now I try and snipe with the Princess, but unfortunately I didn't know that the Princess would go for the Inferno Tower, because I don't have the Princess. And here he has another counter push where I have absolutely no idea what to do. I throw a Panic Rocket, and that finally does actually take out his push. So here he does the Bandit, and I have nothing to counter it with. Panic, Tornado, and it even gets the charge on the tower. Here he mirrors it. I still have nothing to counter the Bandit with, and the second Bandit gets another charge on the tower. So now I still have not even touched his tower, and he's pretty much already taken out my entire tower. He can literally just zap cycle my tower down. and still be able to win. So here I realized that if I don't just start rocketing his tower, I'm not gonna get the win. So here I take a big risk, just plain out rocket his tower, and luckily I had the wizard tornado combo, which came in really clutch, took out his entire push basically, and yeah, I just want to just keep cycling. I try another princess snipe, which utterly fails, and again I throw another rocket at the crown tower. Now here we're just going into overtime. By the looks of it, because I have to rocket down his tower, this is going to go really deep into overtime. So here he places another giant skeleton, and I'm really loving the wizard tornado combo right here. It saved me so often. Look at that, his entire giant skeleton push just pretty much gets taken out by my my wizard. Now here, he makes a really smart play, and he snipes my barb hut with his inferno tower, and I really don't have any tanks, so he's got nothing to worry about. Here, he's got a pretty big push, double bandits, which I don't even know how I managed to counter that, but it's gone. Another rocket onto the arena tower, and oh well, okay, I guess I don't throw another rocket onto the arena tower. I defend this push, just these massive pushes. I don't even know how I got away with this, but yeah, it's just, again, tornadoes just groups all the units, and again, I successfully defended that push, dealing with pretty much no damage on my tower, no damage dealt on my tower. So here's another Valkyrie Prince combination. The bomb tower countered that pretty well. I threw down an ice golem because that was really close. If it was just a half second later, I probably would have lost that match. Alright, so now just 2 rockets away from the win here, and I think he sees that he kind of has to cycle my tower down. Not right. Yeah, and so basically he mirrors the Valkyrie, which I'm actually quite confused about. The prince comes out, I counter that with my ice golem. One more card until I get back to my rocket. 55 seconds left in overtime. I throw out the rocket, and that is win number 12. Very good game, very close, but I pulled out the win at the end. Alright guys, that just about wraps up the video. Thank you guys for watching. A like and a subscribe would be greatly appreciated. I'm very excited to try out the Bandit, see what interesting decks I can make with it. Alright, so this has been Legendary, and I'm signing off.